customers are having issues. Do we even fix it? They were though, but I guess they patched it by now. Daniel Craig. He's alive now. It's just a delay or whatever.
Yeah, it should be. I think that's how it works.
Oh, but I guess we're seeing what they're seeing at the moment. What is that? What is that ring? What's that ringtone?
It's from Smash Brothers.
Oh.
Like after you beat the game or get a high score or something, it's like, wow, incredible.
Is that video? Oh, there we go. Oh, that's not too bad of a delay though. That just happens.
Yeah, I think the delay's not as bad as it used to be.
Hey there, D-Hawk.
Alright, I don't know if anybody's here yet, or it's not showing me yet, but...
Got 3 thumbs up already. Alright.
Okay. Make sure there's sound.
And apparently the identity of the Arkham Knight is some sort of plot twist. Don't spoil it! I haven't got my photo.
The identity of the Arkham Knight? I don't even know what that means.
The Arkham Knight is like this new villain that they created for the game. Harley Quinn style. But it's blatantly clear now that the Arkham trilogy lies in its own universe.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of dead characters now. But we won't talk about it. Somebody gonna spoil it in the chat or something.
What you been up to, Daniel?
Let me retweet.
Still playing League and shit?
Repost.
Did I see Leffen do the chillin' rap? I didn't see that. I wish I would have though. That's hilarious. Fucking Leffen.
Who's Leffen?
He's a Smash Brothers player.
Mm.
So there's this guy, Leffen. He's like really good at Melee, at Smash Brothers Melee.
Yeah.
And he's like one of the best in the entire world. But he's like an asshole and like people hate him. So there's this other guy called Chillin' who he's sort of an old school guy. He's been around for a long time and he's pretty good. I'm not sure how it started, but anyway, they do this thing called the Salty Suite where they pit people against each other that have like a rivalry or history or something like that. And Chillin' was supposed to fight against Leffen. Mm-hmm. And Chillin' made like a diss rap to Leffen. It was just for fun, but it was I don't know what prompted him to do that. It was a little bit cringeworthy, but he made this rap like prior to the event. And then they go to the event, and Leffen just scrapes chilling. Like, he wipes the floor with him. So that's why it's funny. And Leffen recently just won a major tournament, like, the other day. And
Okay.
so that's why it's funny that Leffen did the chillin' rap on his stream, apparently. Which is about to hit plat in League. Are you really? I haven't played League in a while. I think I might be done with that game.
My computer's like broken, so.
What's up, Event Horizon?
I am done. Well, at least for now.
MOBAs are too stressful, man. I can't do it.
I gotta get an apartment, and then I'm gonna, like, next big purchase once I get, like, settled in is a PC. But we'll see how that works out. Then I'm just gonna play Heroes of the Storm.
Apparently, Blanton's been trying to get people to play Heroes with him.
Yeah, if I could play it, I would.
I played it for a while. It's pretty good.
I'm waiting on Smite on PS4.
I wanted to get more into Smite, but
It's already.
it's just another MOBA, dude.
I don't know if it's full release on Xbox One yet, or if it's still beta. But they did say it was exclusive to Xbox One, but it sounded like it was a timed exclusive. So, maybe after a year or 8 months or something, it would come to PS4. But I hope so. I really hope so, because I've been watching people play it on Xbox One, and it looks really well done. With, like, built for a controller and everything, the whole UI.
Yeah. When I first played Smite, I played it with a controller, so I can see that it would work.
Yeah. I think I did too, mostly. But, like, even the
But eventually,
there were times where you still had to use, like, the keyboard and mouse, like, just to, like, navigate menus or something.
Yeah.
Easier. But the menus are all different. The UI is all different. It was cool though. Final Fantasy 14 with a controller is a challenge.
Yeah.
But it works.
Yeah, a lot of people do it. So. I'm actually having a lot of fun with Final Fantasy.
Yeah, me too.
Currently.
I wish the PvP queues were shorter.
I still haven't tried PvP.
It's fun. I've only done the Wolves Den, which is arena style, like 4v4. And I think I've done like 8 matches and won 7 of them. And like, I don't know if I'd want to do it as a healer though, because like you like have to go straight for the healer every time.
Yeah.
And I'm the one like getting killed first every time.
This is live stream to go past the leap second today. Is that happening?
That's a thing tonight or at like midnight or something. Or I don't remember. Yeah, there's gonna be 61 seconds in a minute at some point.
Mm. Cool. I don't know how long this live stream is gonna last.
A couple hours, I would imagine. Chris said he gets off work at 10 and then he wanted to take a nap.
He's not gonna wake up.
Yeah, I know. So, whatever.
He's either not gonna take a nap or he's gonna take a nap and not wake up.
Yeah.
I haven't played the Dragon Age games.
I did. I played the crap out of Dragon Age Origins, and then I barely played Dragon Age 2 because I wasn't really that into it. And then I have Inquisition, but I haven't beaten it yet. An awesome shirt and terrible hat. Well, that's just one man's opinion. Okay.
What's up, Alex?
I like to think that Stone Cold would prefer Auburn over Alabama. Though I doubt he gives a shit about football. If he does like football, he probably likes Texas. Or
Did you not play football?
Texas A&M or something. I don't know. We'll look it up.
I can't remember. Alright, tell me. Just text me. Do you want? Hello? Hey. If you want. Huh? Okay.
He had a football scholarship to Wharton. Or University of North Texas. Maybe? I don't know. Hang on. Early life.
Yeah, I feel like.
Oh yeah.
I
Full
feel like
full
football.
football scholarship to North Texas. Before that, he was at Wharton County Junior College. North Texas.
Texas rattlesnake.
Who the fuck is North Texas anyway? So public college in Denton, Texas.
Electric Lomang donated $10. Thanks, buddy. I remember you. I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. Let's see if you left a message. No message. Appreciate it.
Yeah, instead of sacking anybody, you just hit him with a stunner. And then the glass broke.
Speaking of, did you see this video that my brother left from it's from they do
Yeah, Kenneth Bradley.
yeah, okay, right.
Yeah. I posted it earlier before I came over.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Alright, let me grab another beer. Electric Lomang, there he is. Or she.
What's up? Let you man. How you been? What's up, Cynic? See, it's weird how the live streams work because there's some people that seem to make it to every live stream. Maybe those are the people that follow me on social media. But then there's people that are like, I always miss your live streams. I never get notified. Yeah, this stream was a little bit impromptu, so we started it a little late.
Name 2 movies, one you personally hate and one you rate as awesome.
One you hate and one you rate as awesome. A movie that I hate is Too Fast, Too Furious. And a movie that is awesome is Clue. With Tim Curry, the God.
The first thing that came to mind with awesome was There Will Be Blood. But one that I personally hate. What do you mean by hate, though? Like, it was just a bad movie? Or was it like you were looking forward to the movie and then it was awful, so it made you feel very negatively about it?
I guess however you want to perceive it. For me, Too Fast, Too Furious, I didn't expect it to be
War Eagle.
terrible. I just watched it and I was like, that was not an enjoyable experience for me. It was really stupid.
I can't think of one that I just hate. I mean, there's plenty of them, but I'm trying to think of a specific one. I don't know about hate, but I know one that I really don't enjoy at all that most people do is A Clockwork Orange. I'm very close to hating that movie. Like, I don't like it at all. I very strongly dislike it. And everyone is like, it's the best fucking movie. And I'm like, I don't like it.
I think it's a really good movie, but I would not say that I enjoy watching it for other reasons.
Well, like, I get, yeah. I don't know.
It just I don't know. It makes me like uncomfortable. Makes me very, very uncomfortable. But I would say that it's a good movie, personally.
I don't like it at all. And that's weird. Coming from me, because I normally give movies like the benefit of the doubt. People are like, man, that movie fucking sucked. And I'm like, no, it had some good parts. Like, you remember this part? It was good. But I don't know. There's nothing redeeming about A Clockwork Orange that I can think of. I don't think I've ever actually finished it all the way through. And I've tried like 4 times. So I'm like, I can't fucking watch this. This is stupid. And I'm also like, what do you call it? A cinephile. And I love the other Stanley Kubrick movies, but not that one.
Yeah, they did use a rat for torture in that movie.
What's your favorite football team, Kevin?
The Alabama Crimson Tide. Followed by the Green Bay Packers.
Full Metal Jacket, hell yeah. See, that's my shit. The Shining, Eyes Wide Shut, 2001, that's my shit. But Clockwork Orange, it's real bad. It's not good. I don't like it.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. You felt that way.
Yeah. It's crazy, too, because I really like Malcolm McDowell. But, like, I can't watch that movie because it's like, man, fuck you. NFL, the Saints, for me.
I've been a Green Bay fan since I was a little kid.
Auburn and the New Orleans Saints.
Old school Javon Walker. We used to play Madden back in the day. I have not seen Ted 2.
I haven't seen Ted 1.
You haven't either.
That was another movie I didn't really have any interest in.
I wanted to see it. I don't know. I like Seth MacFarlane. I feel like a lot of people don't like him, but
I used to. I'm over it now.
I
don't know.
I'm a fan of his work. I mean, sometimes I think he's like, like shocking, like just like a shock comedian,
yeah.
Which is like kind of lame sometimes. But I think he's actually really clever and funny.
Alone in the Dark.
There's a movie of that?
Yeah.
Isn't that a video game?
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, It's a, how do you say the guy's name? Uwe Boll.
Oh yeah, that guy that makes all the shitty video game movies.
Mm-hmm. So pretty much any, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'm looking it up. He's German.
It's like UWE.
Yeah, he's German, so I think it's Uwe. Let me see.
Less broke.
Pretty much any movie from him. Yeah, it is. It's Uwe Boll. But except for the movie Rampage, that one was actually fairly decent. But it wasn't based on a video game or anything. But he's done it. That Alone in the Dark movie. Like, I just had it pulled up. I'll look it up. Hold on. A Blood Rain movie. 1 or 2. They're called In the Name of the King, I think. Then they're based on the a Postal movie. Oh yeah, they're based on the Dungeon Siege
Postal,
games.
Yeah.
I think there was 2 of them. There's at least 2 Blood Rain movies. There's a House of the Dead movie that he did. Rampage though is actually pretty good. And he made a sequel, but I haven't seen it. Yeah, In the Name of the King 2. Okay, there's 3 of those. There's a Far Cry movie. Actually, he made an Alone in the Dark 2. There's at least 3 Blood Rains. That's about it. Damn. All of his movies.
I'm
have,
less
like,
broke, but I'm still broke.
the worst reviews.
Electric Living. But it's a process. It gets better.
Yeah, did you see that video
What?
where Uwe Boll basically just like told everybody to fuck off?
No.
I guess he was upset that his movies were so bad or something. I don't know.
Well, it's like, stop making shit movies.
Yeah. Rampage was good though. I would recommend that one. That's it. Yeah. It's fucked up. But it's good. Seth MacFarlane is juvenile, and I'm an old cunt. Those last 2 there.
If it's juvenile.
Juvenile is not necessarily a bad thing, but I think that it is more juvenile.
Well, it's not the problem.
So I guess I'm an old cunt.
It's not that it's juvenile. That's not the problem. Like, Tim and Eric is juvenile, but that's the point, you know? But I wouldn't describe Seth MacFarlane as juvenile, really. He's just, like, shocking. He's like a shock comedian.
Yeah.
I would say that his comedy is particularly sophisticated. Like, he uses a lot of... Like, you kind of have to be smart to understand a lot of his jokes, which I would say is the opposite of juvenile. I mean, he uses a lot of, like, fucking dick humor and shit, too, but he also,
that
like...
is true.
He also has, like, a lot of, like, really, like, random references.
References to, like old-timey movies or something.
Yeah, or just, like, old... Especially on Family Guy, like, it'll be, like, a reference to some old commercial from the 80s. Like, if you've never seen it, you wouldn't get the joke.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming for as long as you did Event Horizon. I wouldn't describe myself as a nihilist.
I hope they like the movie Event Horizon.
I don't think Hank Green is a nihilist either, though.
Somebody else said that I had a cool shirt.
Well, it is a good shirt.
I also decided that this is the only shirt I'm wearing from now on, like whenever I go out. If you haven't noticed, that's all I've worn the last, I don't know, like 7 times that I've come out. I'm just going to make it a thing until people start like saying something about it. And I'll be like, yeah, this is the only shirt I wear now. But like I work most days, and then so most of the day I'm wearing a uniform, my like Sephora T-shirt and pants or jeans or something, and then I get off work and I come home and I usually don't really do much, but if I do have to like leave the house, I just usually throw on like a shitty T-shirt. Because I have plenty of those, like kind of like pajama T-shirts, you know, that are like oversized and have holes in them. But if I'm actually gonna go out and like hang out with people, I'll put on a nicer T-shirt, which I have several of those. But I've decided that I'm just gonna wear this one from now on.
I think you've worn that. Well, one time
I wore this last time we hung out.
Warrior T-shirt.
Did I wear this one the last time we hung out? On your birthday?
Yeah.
I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, Ultimate Warrior T-shirt.
But I think the time before that, you might have wore the Ultimate Warrior one.
I might have. I think I did.
Can I have that one then, since you're not going to wear it again?
No. Still wear it around the house. Any bands you've been big on for a while?
I don't keep up with music.
I don't keep up with it either. As far as bands go, though, I've always loved Weezer, and I've always loved Modest Mouse.
Are either of those bands even still a thing?
Yeah, sort of. Weezer's stuff over the last several years has been really bad, but Modest Mouse is still around. I don't know. Maybe. Like, I still listen to their both of those bands' older albums, like, from time to time. Jason, what's up, baby?
What's up, Jason?
Whenever summertime rolls around, I usually get in a Modest Mouse kick, and I know you got an answer for that one.
I have read The Fault in Our Stars. It's pretty good.
Is that the movie that came out?
Yeah.
Did you go see it?
No. I wanted to, but I didn't. Thanks, Blue Velvet.
Yeah, Modest Mouse and Weezer are very disappointing nowadays, but several years ago. But their old albums still hold up, which is all that matters. So,
The Fault in Our Stars is good if you're okay with a melodramatic teen romance novel. Which I can understand if you're not into that, but it's a good story. It might make you cry.
yeah, Island in the Sun. I'll never forget when Island in the Sun was played over the credits of some shitty Mary-Kate and Ashley movie. But I was totally into it, so it's fine. It might have been like When in Rome. I can't remember. It was one of those Mary-Kate and Ashley movies.
Thanks, Omega Guy, the LSU fan over here.
LSU. State Farm commercial. I haven't seen that. I'll have to look it up.
Sounds awesome. I always get like super depressed when I see like an old band or an old celebrity like do some random commercial. It's like, oh man, is it that bad right now? Like I got really sad. Like I think Salt and Pepper was on a commercial recently.
I can't remember what it was, but yeah.
And I got really sad. I was like, oh,
they look like shit. I mean, they're old. You know, whatever. That was like shit. Yeah, when speaking of Malcolm McDowell, when him and what's his name? Mufasa, Darth Vader, James Earl Jones, did all those commercials. I don't even remember what they were for. You know what I'm talking about. I can't remember what they were for, but
yeah, I can't remember.
They were like reading text messages out loud to each other. It was a phone commercial or some sort. They were like, OMG, but you know, they both have like these incredible voices.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, this is what we've come to. Yeah, I think the salt and pepper thing was a Geico commercial, I believe.
Your bedroom looks like you just finished masturbating. Well,
it just looks like a bedroom to me.
At any given moment in my life, it's likely that I've masturbated recently. So.
Yeah, it was a Sprint. It was a Sprint commercial.
Do you listen to podcasts? I actually I was like on a podcast kick for a couple months. I kind of stopped now, but I want to get back into it. At this point, it's hard to keep up because like everybody has a fucking podcast now.
The only podcast that I've listened to in the last, I don't know, year probably is Dude Soup. I bet nobody else probably listens to it, but maybe they do. It's the podcast done by the guys from Funhouse. Have I told you about them?
Mm-hmm.
Formerly Inside Gaming.
Yeah.
And now they work for Rooster Teeth, and they're called Funhouse. And anyway, they do a podcast now. They've done about, I don't know, 20 episodes. I usually listen to them at work when I'm doing shipment on Friday mornings at 5 a.m.
A podcast is like a radio show, except it's recorded, pre-recorded. There's a lot of different formats, so there's not really a standard definition. But I mean, some of them are live, but
there's a Funhouse fan.
You just watch. I mean, you just listen. It's usually audio. Sometimes there's video, but it's just like a show. Someone talks about shit. Sometimes there's a guest. Sometimes there's games and shit.
I need to get into the. Todd was telling me to get into the Colt Cabana wrestling podcast. I can't remember what it's called, but apparently it's really good. The thing with Dude Soup is that they limit it to an hour, whereas like Two Best Friends, they do a podcast, but I've never listened to. But theirs are like 3.5 hours long. They don't have a limit. They just go.
Yeah.
I wish the Dude Soup podcasts were a little longer, but it makes sense to have a structure.
Yeah, it depends. It really depends on who it is. Because there's some people that I'm not going to listen to for 3 hours.
Yeah.
But I got really into Joe Rogan's podcast, and his are like 3 hours long. But Joe Rogan is the shit. I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan. And he often has really cool people on his podcast. And then a lot of... I'm really into like stand-up and comedy, and a whole lot of comedians have podcasts.
Yeah, I need to get into them more. I was into them for a while, around the time that like Dig Nation was a thing, and like Dig was still a thing, and Kevin Rose was still a guy. And then I kind of got out of them because they had like the Totally Rad show, but they had like I guess it was more of a video podcast. I think they had audio that you could just listen to too, but Dude Soup is a video podcast too, but they put an MP3 file on Rooster Teeth's website that you can just play if you want, if you just want to listen to it. But I don't know, I need to get back into it.
I'm not familiar with the exchange between Noam Chomsky and Sam Harris, but I'm interested in how that went because both of those people are pretty opinionated about stuff. Yeah, 3 hours is a big commitment. With the Joe Rogan one, I'll usually just like put it on like right before I went to bed.
Yeah.
And but Joe Rogan, I mean, he's got. With him, it really depends on who the guest is. Like, a lot of times he has some random person I've never heard of, and I'm like, fuck that. But
Dude Soup was doing guests for a little while. They haven't, but Naomi Kyle was there at one point, and that was a really good episode. They were talking. I think it was the one where they were talking about all the Konami stuff going on. This was, a few weeks ago. They had like delisted themselves from the New York Stock Exchange, fucking kicked Kojima out. It was like canceled Silent Hills. Anyway, that was very interesting.
I like tomatoes.
I like tomatoes on sandwiches, but I don't know. I don't eat them, or like in a salad. But
yeah, I mean, I think tomatoes' purpose is to be a part of something else.
yeah.
But I'll slice some tomatoes and put some pepper on it and eat it. That shit's good.
I can't hear anything. Any help? Turn on your volume.
Can you hear anything else on your computer, or is it just this video?
Unmute the video. I don't know. Did you try turning it off and then turning it back on?
I guess if you can't hear anything, then our advice wouldn't be of use. I've never seen teal here. There's just too many shit going on. Well, is that a YouTube channel?
Yeah, there's too many.
I think I've heard of that.
Too many things on the internet.
There really is, man. I
love it though.
Yeah,
there will be blood. Yes.
Oh, he's back.
My boy.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I know, like, I remember back in like 2005 when I could keep track of everything.
Yeah.
But now there's just too much shit.
I don't know.
Like in 2005, there was like, I mean, there was a lot of stuff I'd never seen, but I knew like all the good YouTube channels and most of the good websites. But now it's just I can't keep up at all. I watch YouTube every day, and I'm literally subscribed to like 800 channels on YouTube, and that's still like not even touching the surface.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to a lot of channels, but the ones I do subscribe to, I really, really enjoy, and I usually watch several, if not like dozens of their videos before I subscribe. But I'm like you, like I browse YouTube every day. I watch at least one video every day, if not a couple hours of videos, depending on how much stuff's been uploaded.
Yeah.
But I'll just go into the recommendations, like what to watch, which is usually pretty solid. That's how, like, a few months ago, I got more into Pro Jared. Like, I knew who he was.
Yeah.
But
I like Pro Jared.
I only watched, like, one or two of his videos. Same with Peanut Butter Gamer, who I knew through association with JonTron. So I'll sit there on the what to watch tab in my iPad and just, like, be scrolling through and, like, this looks interesting. Something catches my eye, and then I find a new channel that I like.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Sometimes
there's so much stuff, though. Sometimes what sucks is, like, you never see the small channels,
Yeah.
which are sometimes better than some of the bigger ones.
Yeah, that's always been a problem, or at least a complaint about YouTube from creators.
Like, just stick a random suggestion from, like, a guy with 500 subscribers in there somewhere. Just like stick it in there. Maybe I watch it, maybe I don't. But if your thumbnail's catchy, I might, and it's a topic I'm interested in, I'll probably click on it.
But YouTube's not going to do that because they make no money from that guy. So
yeah, that's true.
That's why it's. Well, I don't know. I have it's like sort of a double-edged thing. Because you know, if you just today wanted to become a YouTuber, if you just start from scratch, like you're just like thrown into this giant sea, and it's gonna be hard to make yourself known. But I also believe if your videos are really good, that people will watch them. Like they will find their way to people at some point. Maybe not immediately, but
Yeah.
like if you make an awesome, like amazing video, and only if 10 people watch it, if it's good enough, those 10 people will share it with other people, and so on and so on.
Yeah.
But it's definitely hard to be seen when there's just so much shit out there, and YouTube is not gonna do anything about it. Like you gotta do it yourself. They used to back in the day, like in 2005, 2006. You know, there were people who worked at YouTube who went and looked at all these people, these up and coming people, and once they found something good, they promoted it on the front page. And that's how a lot of the people who are famous now got famous, because they initially got front paged by YouTube.
Yeah.
But that's not a thing anymore.
There was a question that said, from somebody that said, "Are you a gamer?" And I've recently developed a different mindset after hearing someone else's opinion on the matter about that question. We'll go into it real quick. It won't take but a minute.
Okay.
I never really liked the word gamer. You know what I mean? It has like this weird negative stigma to it. I mean, yeah, I live at home, and I sit in my room all day and play games. But anyway, gaming nowadays is like just another medium of entertainment, you know, like TV or movies. But like somebody that really likes watching TV shows, like they watch Walking Dead every week, and they catch Game of Thrones every week, and they catch, you know, they've got all this long list of shows. Spend as much time watching TV shows as I do playing games. They're not called TVers. You know, they're just like a person that watches TV.
Well, the thing is...
Anyway, that being said, I guess, yeah. I'm a
but
gamer.
I wonder
I don't like that word.
I wonder if when TV was first coming out,
if people called
if
that a name,
yeah,
they probably did.
Because what happened, being a gamer used to be a subculture. It didn't used to be like mainstream thing.
That common, yeah.
And I think there's still like purists and elitists that still want it to be. So they want to identify who's a real gamer and who's not a real gamer. But
see,
sorry to say, everybody's a gamer.
Here's what's crazy. I used to feel that way too. And then you get older.
Yeah.
And you start, like, the last year, I've been working a full-time job. So gaming is still there. Something that I do a lot of, but not nearly as much as I used to. Like now, you know, several years ago, like I would squeeze in, like I would play all day. I would take breaks to eat and take a shower, go run some errands or something, and then come back to play. Now it's I work all day.
Yeah.
And then I come home and I eat or do whatever. And then if I have spare time, which I usually do, I spend a few hours playing whatever. And then I go to sleep. And then I get up and go to work the next day and repeat it or whatever. So now it's like, I mean, yeah, I play a shit ton of video games. But it kind of like falls to the wayside more as you get older. A TVsman. Oh no, that's not anything against you, Beto Soto. I don't. That word has a different meaning now. Like you get older. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's weird.
Everybody plays video games though. Like
yeah, now and that's another thing too.
Literally everybody.
Is that they're way more widespread.
There's nobody that doesn't play some kind of video game. Even if it's Candy Crush, that's a video game. I mean, it is a video game.
Yeah, it's true. I think that, yeah. But yes, I play a lot of video games. I guess Kevin probably say he does too.
I play video games a lot. I don't play a lot of video games.
I do both. Play a lot of different games with a lot of time in each.
I've been playing like 2 games for the past like 5 months.
My name is Casey, Draftsman.
You know Casey.
Bro, I'm pretty sure that I've been on a stream with you before when you were here. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I was just in the chat.
I feel like you did. You had to. Maybe not. I don't know.
Can't get it on camera. Wait, can you see the back? Can you read it? So they can see it? Oh yeah, oh we match. I almost wore that shirt.
Oh, you didn't.
Glad I didn't. I'm gonna go grab a beer. And a CE got in.
I never used the Oculus Rift. Yeah, K-Brad did a Stone Cold Steve Austin entrance. It was awesome. And it was for Marvel. He actually, I don't know what part of the tournament that was, but he actually placed, I think he got like 4th place or something. So he actually did really good. It would have been funny if he did all that and then got his ass kicked. But K-Brad's really good, so he generally performs well in tournaments. I was trying to get some weed.
How would that make it better?
Yeah, I don't know.
We'd probably just stop talking.
Just got done watching Getting Dug. Well, the thing about Getting Dug is Doug is like a professional pothead. And a lot of times his guests on his show aren't like, once they get high, they just become terrible guests. Your friend's gonna switch out every once in a while. I don't know.
Casey's coming back. He just had to get a beer.
I'm sure that everyone will be in here at the same time at some point. I think Leffen's going to win. I think Leffen is going to be the best. I think he's going to rise above the gods. PPMD, I don't know. It's so weird. Like, sometimes he's just, like, unstoppable, and then sometimes he just, he gets, like, 5th place or 4th place or something. Will I make more videos about Disney if I can come up with an idea that isn't overused, which is really hard to do when you're talking about Disney because there's thousands of videos about Disney already. I didn't even realize you came back. Event Horizon. I didn't realize that was you who asked that question. I have seen Lord of Squad. Show is weird. Sometimes it's funny, but sometimes it's just like, what the fuck is this? I am atheist? What are you talking about? Are you talking about because I said the gods? Or a talk show host guest has him try crack.
Where are you reading that?
What is breadback? I don't know what that is. Never had Pizza Hut hot dog pizza. I'm guessing that it wouldn't be that good. Or, I mean, it probably wouldn't be that amazing because hot dogs aren't, like, good. And Pizza Hut isn't good.
Nat is back.
There's definitely hundreds of top 10 Disney song videos. I like stuffed crust pizza though. And I wish that you could get it somewhere else except Pizza Hut. But I guess they have like a patent on it or something. If you can put a patent on food, I think you can actually.
Why not?
I don't know, it just seems weird. I saw Avengers 2 and Jurassic World. And those are the only movies I've seen recently.
I've seen Avengers 2 and Insidious 3 in theaters. I've seen a bunch of other movies.
First and last slice of bread. I never heard anyone call it back bread. Or bread back. Is it bread back or back bread? I think people in different regions call them something else. I don't even know if I know a name for them. I just call them the end piece or the end bread. I've played Smite before. It's pretty good. Oh, did you get your sound? You fix it? If they had like pizza crust stuffed with bacon or pizza crust stuffed with ground beef, that'd be good. I'd do that. I don't know about hot dogs though. You think people can really be born as the wrong gender? Well, you're asking the question wrong. It's not that people are born with the wrong gender, it's people are born with a gender that doesn't match their sex. Have you ever experienced blatant racism involving you personally? And how did you deal with it? I don't know what you describe as blatant racism. But yeah, probably everybody has, or at least everyone that's not white, but probably a lot of white people too. Was Jurassic World good? Russell Brand said it was a statement about capitalistic apocalypse. Is he overreacting, or that's like basically what it's about, but mostly it's just a monster movie. Like the metaphor was very shallow, but that's clearly what it's about. But trust me, it's not There's not going to be any classes taught on this movie anytime soon.
I haven't seen it.
I'll see it when it comes on TV.
Jurassic World's entertaining, but it's not the same type of movie as Jurassic Park.
Life finds a way.
Like Jurassic Park was interesting, and the themes were interesting, and the performances were good, and it was scary. Jurassic World is none of that. Jurassic World is a monster movie.
Oh, that's my favorite kind of movie.
Yeah, well,
It's not the same.
that's what it is.
Do you know they're making a Rampage movie? As in, like, the game?
It's gonna be a bunch of big monsters.
As in, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is supposed to be in it?
Sounds like you're making that up.
I'm not making it up. I saw an article today. Basically, it's like whatever studio's doing it. I can't remember. Sony or somebody. Their answer to Godzilla and Pacific Rim.
DBZ. Is that Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
They're gonna make another movie of that?
Yep.
I guess.
Crushed up cheeses to bread chicken sounds great. I
Oh my
feel
God.
like I've done that or had that before.
I got 2 years to wait for.
No, I've had crushed up
Isn't it coming out
Cheez-Its
next- I thought it was
to
coming out-
You
No, it's
said
in a
17.
casserole
Yeah, 17.
before. Little Caesars has the bacon wrap deep dish pizza. See, I'm into that. Bacon wrapped. How's that work?
I don't know.
Also, Jurassic World has Chris Pratt in it, and he's amazing. He's cute.
I look like Shia LaBeouf. You know what? That's better than Robin Williams' Harry Knuckles.
Need to get you like a rat tail.
Yep. You know what's weird is I was just thinking about Shia LaBeouf too. Like that. What fucking video? Do it!
Just do it, video.
Do it.
Make your dreams come true!
My favorite part is when he goes, "Do it."
Just do it! Do it! Did you see the like freestyle rap thing that he did?
Oh no, I saw the headline. I
Yeah.
saw that someone posted it.
Yeah, you'll have to watch it. It's insane. Like it's really good. Apparently, it's got something to do. The whole rat tail and that video and the rap thing has got something to do with his role in some upcoming movie that he's doing. Do it.
I've had friends in videos before. Car's been in a video, and
Chris has been in a video?
has been in a video.
And I haven't. But I've been on a bunch of streams, so.
Yeah, you've been on the
Don't
stream.
let your dreams just be dreams. Make your dreams come true.
Why don't you consider a legit schedule? You would explode like a Peter North cum if you did a vid a day for a month. I don't have that many ideas. I don't have enough ideas to do a video every day.
Would Kevin be the best man at my wedding? Maybe. He'd definitely be in the groom's, what do you call it?
Groomsmen?
The groom's parade.
I don't want to be. I don't want to have to do stuff in anybody's wedding.
I never really thought about that because, I don't know. Honestly, realistically, my best man might be my dad. If ever, but I don't know.
There's a different American Sign Language alphabet. Is like Spanish Sign Language alphabet different? Would it be different?
I think
Yeah,
so.
there's different sign languages.
Yeah.
Huh.
And I think American Sign Language is becoming the world standard. Or at least, I guess it's like
I know
English,
the alphabet.
where
I know the
everyone-
alphabet and I know turtle, and that's it.
Dude, Disturbia is a highly
I've always
underrated.
wanted to learn
It's
sign
not
language.
hard. My there's a guy across the street who was a sign language teacher, so he taught me and my sisters when we were little.
What's crazy about the movie Disturbia?
Q.
They're gonna do sign language, and I'm gonna talk about Disturbia.
W X Y.
Yeah, after like P, I don't know the rest.
Does anybody remember
P
when?
and then just Q. It's like G and H.
Does anybody remember when like Blu-ray first came out, and then there was also HD DVD,
Yeah, I remember that.
and then eventually Blu-ray took over, and HD DVD is now obsolete. All right, so we picked the wrong side of that battle, and we bought an HD DVD player. We still have it, actually, still use it, because it plays regular DVDs too, and like upgrades them slightly. It's nowhere near Blu-ray, but anyway, funny story about Disturbia. It's the first and only movie that we owned on HD DVD, and we still have it.
It's the only one.
Yeah, it was the only one we bought because, I mean, literally like 3 months later, everybody was like, "Yeah, Blu-ray's the thing." Sorry about it, HD DVD. I think we might have one other, but if we do, I can't think of it. But it's like the case. You know how PlayStation 4 game cases are like real short, almost like squares? That's how that case is for HD DVDs. Disturbia is underrated, as in it's a very good movie. Definitely not overrated. I love that movie.
Science channels on YouTube.
Would you let Steve Austin be your best man if he wanted
Just
to?
all of the popular ones.
If he wanted to, oh hell yeah.
Metaphysics is good. ASAP Science is good. If you consider Vsauce Science, then Vsauce is probably the number one. I remember when DOS first came out. Do you remember when that first came out?
I don't think so. I think I was too young. I mean, I remember it.
I feel like that came out before most of us were born. Am I wrong about that?
No, I don't think you're wrong.
I remember playing Gorillas on floppy disk on MS-DOS and fucking...
Yeah, I remember playing games.
What else I had? I had something else. Pac-Man?
Was it like, yeah, it was like the big floppy disks,
Yeah,
right?
the giant, the ones that were actually
That
floppy.
were actually floppy, yeah. Me and Kevin are not roommates.
Who keeps saying we? You?
I'm not sure, maybe. Oh, I meant we, as in my family, had that HD DVD. I think that's what they're referring to. Yeah, what happened was my dad went out and bought the HD DVD player for like Christmas one time. That year that HD DVD was still a thing, and that was the only movie that he saw that he really wanted to pick up to go with it. So first DVD we ever owned was Shrek, I believe. Yeah, well, we finally upgraded from VCR to a DVD player.
I don't think I've ever bought a DVD.
Yeah, I think it was Shrek 1.
I think the only thing the best man does at the wedding is like throw a bachelor party and maybe like pick up the tux. I don't think it's like a maid of honor kind of duty type thing.
Duke Nukem kind of sucks now. That game did not hold up well. I'll tell you that right now. Doom holds up a little better. But
Doom was awesome. I had Doom on Super Nintendo, which apparently was kind of a shitty port of the game, but it was fun.
I don't like Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas. I like Fallout 2. And I'm not excited for Fallout 4 at all. Everyone is, but I'm not. I'm like, whatever.
That's just another one of those talking games where all you do is talk.
It looks the same as Fallout 3, and except they have like a couple of new features. I don't know. I actively dislike Fallout 3 and New Vegas.
I've never played any of those games.
Actively. Yeah, you know Shadow Wobble? Is that how you say that?
Kingdom Hearts 3, you excited? No. Short answer,
I am.
no, I am not.
I'm more excited about that than most things.
I won't be able to play it, so.
You put one behind the title to differentiate it from the others.
Yeah, you can.
I think that's fair. If it's the only one, then obviously you don't do it. But if you're specifically trying to differentiate, then I think that's a good way to do it for clarification.
I want a new Destroy All Humans game too. Let's kickstart that. Did you watch that? Speaking of Kickstarter, did you watch that video I posted about the like E3 recap from Twin Perfect, the YouTube channel Twin Perfect? It was like Yu Suzuki came down from the mountain and asked me personally to help him make Shenmue 3.
Oh.
He's like, so I threw a little scratch his way, gave him some pointers, and it's gonna come out in like 3 years.
Shenmue 3, so they're finally doing like the third in what's supposed to be like a 12-part video game series.
Everyone like got so excited about it, but then all I could think was like, what are they? They're counting down to a Kickstarter. And I was like, I don't know, it's just weird.
Well, I mean, it's gonna get the funding.
Yeah, but why would you? I don't even know. You wouldn't even need the funding for that. Like, obviously, I don't know. It's just weird.
The Walking Dead Season 3. I didn't really like Season 2 that much.
Have you ever used the Pirate Bay to download media for free?
Media.
That is a loaded question.
Are you a fucking cop?
That was all I used to do in college when I was broke. Got several like cease and desists. I got one from Sony Pictures.
That's crazy. That
I can't remember what else.
Chris said the same thing. He got some too. Like, pretty much my iPod is all stolen.
Well, they don't give a shit about music.
Oh.
It's movies and games that they watch.
I never downloaded any movies. I always watched them online.
Yeah, the movies, and then I got one from whatever company did Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. Because I pirated that on PC. I think it was Sands of Time. It was
I
one of
pirated Fable,
Prince of Persia
the first
games.
Fable one. Game.
Oh, we're not bored. We're just reading the comments.
I think the only movie I ever downloaded was Kill Bill. That's when I first saw it, and that's when I first fell in love with it.
I have a good story about
It's crazy. When did that movie come out? Like
pirating
2001?
movies.
No, 2004. It was 2004.
So one time, I pirated Angels and Demons back when it came out. Because I really liked the Da Vinci Code, the movie, and I saw that in theaters, and it was like really good. I was like, okay, Angels and Demons, but I was in college, and I didn't have a lot of money, so I was like, well, I'm gonna pirate this one. So I pirated Angels and Demons, but if you've pirated movies before, you know that a lot of times they don't come with subtitles.
Yeah.
Because subtitles are generally like a different file. It's like a different kind of file. It's not part of the video or something. Anyway, so I'm sitting there watching the first like 15 or 20 minutes of Angels and Demons, and they are just rattling off in Italian and French, and there are no subtitles. And at first I was thinking, okay, like maybe this is part of the movie.
Yeah.
But it just kept going and going and going, and I was like, all right, I'm missing the subtitles is what's happening. So anyway, I deleted it off my hard drive, and I still haven't seen it to this day. But I got a letter in the mail from Charter Communications, my internet provider, like 6 months later, that like basically said, if you we saw that you downloaded it was like a little paperclip, you know. It's like, we noticed you downloaded we noticed you downloaded Angels and Demons, and would you like some help? But I was like, it said like you've downloaded a file that violates our terms of agreement or something, and then it had the file name, which was like angelsandemons.wmv something. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I didn't even fucking watch the thing. And that's the one they get me for? But once I moved back home, I kind of quit pirating stuff. We also ended up having to settle out of court one time because of that, and paid like $600. I don't even remember what it was for, but I owed my parents a lot of money because I did it on their Wi-Fi. This was like right when I moved back home from Auburn several years ago.
Jesus.
But it was some movie that I pirated, and they like, it wasn't a warning. It was like you owe us this much money, or we take you to court. And apparently it was like some kind of class action thing.
That shit's dumb.
And then after that, I stopped pirating things because
I'm
wasn't worth it.
I'm pro piracy. I think it's
I don't care if people do it or not. I'm not going to do it anymore.
I think people should do it.
My
Well,
thing
I don't
is
think
now,
people should do it.
now that I have money and like I have a steady income, I'm happy to support the things that I like by throwing money their way. You know what I mean? That don't mean that if I have the option to get something for free, that I'm not going to take that option. Like, you know, free to play games or something.
The problem is everything is owned by like 3 giant evil corporations, and fuck them. That's the way I feel.
My Wii was hacked. You played my hacked Wii. Remember when we played Donkey Kong Country Returns and some other stuff at my house one time? Those were all
somewhat
pirated games, but I had an invite to a website that was like a private website. So, and I downloaded so many PC games, Wii games from that website, never got anything in the mail, nothing.
Yeah, it seems like it's only the movie industry that...
Well, it was because they had like private servers or something, and the companies really only went after like the public ones, where you didn't have to have an account. Like, to be a part of this website, I can't remember what it was called now, GamerBit or something like that. But you had to have an invite, and my old roommate in Auburn, old Jordan Willingham, which I don't know if Jason's still here, but he knows him, sent me an invite to that website, and then I used it for like 2 years until they finally got shut down.
They keep trying to shut the Pirate Bay down, but they keep coming back. I think because they don't operate outside of America, so they can circumvent a lot of the laws.
Yeah.
You can pirate pornography, but there's like no reason to, because there's tons of free websites.
Unless you're just like unless you just need to have a
specific one
that just came out like 2 days ago.
Oh
Or
yeah.
something, yeah.
But like, I feel like that's not necessary for porn.
Yeah.
Unless you're like, I mean, I'm sure there's like porn connoisseurs. It's like I gotta get every fucking episode of my thick black bitches. Episode 51's coming out. Gotta get it.
I ass fucked the babysitter, volume 75. Like, oh shit, new episode, gotta get it.
There's probably people like that.
Some
I mean,
too.
if you found if you, I could see you find like a series that you really like. It's like I'm just gonna keep watching this series because I know it's good. Or at least in a porn star that you like.
I don't know if we're ever gonna have a stream where we don't talk about porn stars. Next topic. Is this live stream being monitored? I take back my last statement.
Probably everything's being monitored.
Yeah, bro. Everything on the internet's being monitored at all times. By Obama himself.
The thing about it is the people who put the time and work into these things are not the ones who get any of your money. Usually. Almost
not
never.
unless-
So
Yeah.
you're not stealing from them. You're stealing from the giant corporations that take all the money. And fuck them, as I'd like to reiterate.
That's like, that's one reason why I like to buy physical games. Because, like, I like GameStop. And, like, if I buy a game through my PlayStation 4, you know, like, downloadable, you know, it's not like I don't like Sony, but Sony's got plenty of money. And, like, I would rather go get a physical disc from GameStop
Yeah.
to support, because, you know, some of that money does, you know, like, if, for example, Arkham Knight, like, that's the most recent game I bought. Rocksteady Studios, like, they've done a fantastic fucking job. Warner Brothers is going to take all the money, but, you know, if I go buy it through GameStop, like, GameStop gets a little bit, and I support what GameStop does as a company. Rocksteady's going to get a little bit of that money. Most of it's probably going to go to Warner
I think
Brothers.
gaming is a little bit less fucked up than some of the other industries at this point. Like, or at least from what I hear from game developers, it seems like they still have a financial. They still stand to gain financially if their game sells well.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really that way for movies and music, like, or at least like mainstream. Like, fucking, you know, Lil Wayne doesn't give a shit if you buy his album or not, because that's not where he gets his money. Well, maybe him, he might be an exception, but someone like that, they don't get money from you buying their albums. They're like, George Clooney doesn't get paid from you going to see his movie, unless he's got like an awesome deal, which they do have contracts where they actually do get a portion of the ticket sales. But probably they just gave him like $20 million to make the movie, and they're just gonna reap all the profits. I'm not sure if it's like that in gaming currently. It could be though. I'm not real sure actually.
Apparently, people have problems with GameStop. I've never had I'm as a consumer, someone that's never worked for the company. I've never had a problem with GameStop, and that is where I go and prefer to go to buy games.
I know there's a sort of a disagreement about used games, because obviously the people who make the game don't get any money from the sale of used games.
The resale.
But at the same time, if I bought something,
Well,
I should be able to do. I own it now. I should be able to do with it what I please.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe that's a sale that the developer or whoever made the game could have had otherwise. I don't know. But
You
or
say
maybe
that.
they wouldn't have bought it.
Say that about a lot of stuff though, because like Second and Charles resells books
And movies
and DVDs and
action
games
figures
and
and
everything.
I'm sure a lot of those people don't like that happens. What's up? Did you make some money?
I did, but I spent it all on dinner. So,
Got a surprise.
oh yeah? What, me?
Chris, yeah.
And a dog. Alright, snap time.
So you ain't gonna get up.
Sure I will.
Shh, whatever. Whatever, man.
Hey! Yeah.
Also, don't spoil any Arkham Knight shit, because I haven't beaten it yet. And I know that there's some crazy fucking shit going on.
Huh?
I was talking about Arkham Knight. I said don't spoil anything if anybody says anything about it.
The dog's name is Mac.
Mac. Well, that's the thing about GameStop too, is it's retail. And retail's just kind of fucked up in general for employees. I agree with you, Event Horizon. I think that's the main issue, is that all these companies are using an outdated, they want to stick to an outdated model of disseminating their product. And it just doesn't work anymore because everything is digital now. And digital things can be infinitely reproduced. And that's just, you can't sell that the same way as you can sell a tangible, limited quantity product. They need to come up with something better.
That's me.
Yeah, that's another thing. GameStop is across the street from where I work. So it's like, and actually there's two of them. Because I work in a mall. There's one inside that mall, and then there's one across the street in the shopping center that's across the street from the mall.
Yeah, I was about
But
to say.
I always go to the one across the street because it's bigger.
You said across the street. I'm like, are you meaning across the mall?
No, there's two over there, Patton Creek, and then there's one in the Galleria, but it's on the opposite end of the Galleria. It'd probably take me just as much time to walk down there than it would to just drive across the street.
I think it's a it's a new era. We got the internet. Everything's digital now. It's a new thing.
You gotta pee. Smoke a cigarette.
We're in a new day and age. Like, my YouTube channel is free, and it's the same sort of thing. It's digital. It can be infinitely reproduced, so it would make no sense for me to try to sell my YouTube videos to you. Like, that would be ridiculous. And that's essentially what they're trying to do.
I just noticed that you kept the rabbit tattoo thing.
Yeah. What's up, Daisy Gonzalez? See, Blockbuster was a good idea in the day and age when, that was the only way you could see a movie without spending a whole bunch of money. Like, Blockbuster actually was a good example of a company that they took advantage of something that was missing in the market. And I don't know if they were the first. They probably weren't the first one, but they were the first one to be that big. They took advantage that something was missing, and once that they became obsolete, they went away. They didn't try to make it work. I mean, they did try to make it work for a little while, but they phased out. Do you think it matters what race fictional characters are? I don't think it matters. I think anyone who is writing a story should be able to write the story that they want to write. See, I'm okay with in-app purchases and DLC. I used to be a little bit frustrated with it, but we're talking about a game that's free. So I think the idea should be make a game that is fun at base level. The problem is there's some games where you can't even enjoy the game until you give them money, and that's bullshit to me. But make a game that's fun, but then give incentives for people to spend money. Where do you think we could go after digital? I don't know. No one knows. I don't think anyone knows. I mean, it'll just evolve from digital. It'll probably be some form of digital. What's up, Christopher Jones? Ramen Lifestyle, what's up? It's a funny name. Yeah, I was thinking some kind of mind thing where, I don't know, that'd be weird though. I think with like bandwidth and like internet speeds becoming faster and faster over time, that's also going to change the way all this works. Because, you know, even now, if you want a movie, if you're just an average person and you want to download a movie, you know, it's going to take you a few minutes to download it, you know. Depending on how fast your speed is, it could take you like 10 to 30 minutes, and even longer if you have slow speed. But imagine when we can download movies like instantly, you know. Imagine when we can download an entire film, or even an entire like if you want to download your favorite artist's entire discography. Imagine when we can download that as quickly as we can download pictures. That's going to change the way it works too, because information is going to travel even faster. Well, Radio Shack is still a thing. But they definitely recently closed down like hundreds, if not thousands, of locations. I just ask what you think of the scare tactics that are in commercials, like texting while driving or anti-smoking. I don't care as long as it's not, as long as it's true. Sometimes, a lot of times, especially with anti-smoking, a lot of the stuff that they say are exaggerations of the truth, and that's kind of annoying. But it's like, it's not. I don't think it's a secret to anyone at this point that smoking is harmful to your health. So I feel like you don't need to exaggerate how harmful it is or things like that. And they do that a lot. But if they're telling the truth, then I don't care. I mean, you really shouldn't smoke cigarettes, and you really shouldn't text while you're driving. I mean, that's the thing. That's the truth. So if you can find an honest way to convey that message, I'm okay with that. Like, most people who smoke cigarettes aren't going to end up with a hole in their throat and have to, talk using a fucking one of those devices. I mean, I guess that happens to some people, but it's a little bit dishonest to make it seem like that's just the fate of everyone who smokes cigarettes. As an example. Do I think horror movies have gotten worse since many of them just resort to jump scares? Well, I think movies in general, the more that the film industry has become a mainstream money-making enterprise, the overall quality has dropped overall. But I mean, there's a couple of good ones, I guess. Like, one anti-smoking cigarette I like from back in the day was where they had the guy, I think he was selling a ice cream pop that had shards of glass in it, and they were just sort of comparing the idea of selling a product that is harmful and could kill you to selling cigarettes, which is basically the same thing. I heard that the Babadook was really scary, but I've never seen it. I don't really watch horror movies, so. Mainly, I just watch, like, superhero movies and shit. There's a gnat flying around here, and it's really annoying. But what do you think about feminism long-term consequences? What do you think is going to change in our daily life? Well, I feel like it's already changed a lot of things in our daily life. In the offshoots of feminism, like the intersectionality with LGBT things and like transgender awareness and stuff. I think all of that is related to feminism and just the overall activist spirit of the internet today. Like, for example, like sex positivity is really it's gained a whole lot more traction today than it ever has, and I think that's due entirely to the feminist movement, and I think that's a good thing. Some other things that may not be quite as good have also changed. Like I think hypersensitivity is becoming a thing, especially when it comes to things like specific things to do with women, like borderline censorship in certain areas, which I think is a problem. But yeah, the point is, it definitely has changed the way we think about things and the way we talk about things. You thought it might go in hand with Baba Yaga. What do I think of Anita Sarkeesian? I used to think that Anita Sarkeesian was a con artist, but now I think she's just a passionate person who makes bad videos. I think her passion outweighs her desire to fact check and be reasonable. Seems like there are too many interpretations of feminism to responsibly assign fault credit to feminists. And I think if it doesn't matter if any aspect of feminists is clearly responsible for something, then that you acknowledge it. I mean, every group, every movement is going to have different schools of thought, but you give credit where it's due. If something originates within a movement, then you say that it did. It's not that difficult. Oh, what's up? It has been a while. Like in the civil rights era in America, Malcolm X and Martin Luther King had two very different schools of thought, but they were still both fighting for the same ideal, and they both, and a lot of things happened because of that movement. But you can't say you can't give credit to the civil rights movement because there were a lot of different ideas. That doesn't make sense. I mean, you still give credit to where it's due. I don't think that TJ would love me, and I don't think that I would like being on that show. How much for you to paint me some art, then mail it to me? Are you talking to me? I don't paint.
No, I get this chair. Yeah, baby.
I can't read this one.
Look, I can't either, okay?
She can.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted supremacy. And he did change, but his lingering effect still is valid from the peak of his career.
What are we talking about? George Wallace? Oh, Malcolm X.
The drunken peasants, or at least from what I've seen, especially when they have someone that disagrees with them about anything, they just yell at them the whole time and gang up on them. And that's not fun for anybody. I don't want to do that. And if they want me to come and talk about something that we all agree about, then that's not going to be that fun either. That's going to be boring. It's just a bunch of dudes jerking each other off.
Isn't that what people like?
Does that say your friends are too chill?
So chill.
So chill.
Can't.
I don't read creepypasta.
Yeah, me either.
It gives me nightmares.
Good question. What's the question?
I don't know what's a good question.
Weirdest place you've had sex? Your mom's butt.
I don't know if I've had sex in anywhere that could be just described as weird.
How do they know? How do they know?
Oh my god, can we not get on that subject?
Let's talk about Nicolas Cage. Thoughts on The Wicker Man?
Well,
I like that
the
movie.
ones I've seen, they've definitely ganged up on people and didn't let the person talk that much, which is hard to do anyway when you're outnumbered. When you've got like two people versus one person, and two people agree and the other person doesn't, and both of them have interject every few seconds, it's hard to get your own word in. But I haven't watched that many of them, so who knows? But they definitely have done that before.
How much longer are you planning on streaming? 6 hours. No, not 6 hours. I don't know. Like an hour? Ish. Go down to the bar at like 12 something.
What's today, Tuesday?
Yeah. I think what happens on Tuesdays? Black Market does trivia or something.
Oh, I don't know. Black Market has something going on every day.
Yeah.
I think Wade's working tonight at the Plaza.
Ooh, I'd like to see Wade.
Tuesdays are usually okay. In
That's
terms of a weekday.
Yeah. So I was asking Chris on I guess it was yesterday. I was like, what's better, or what's a better night to go out, Monday night or Tuesday nights? He was like, definitely not Monday.
Yeah, Monday's like the worst day.
I was like, all right, well, y'all want to do something then tomorrow night. Love the Stone Cold shirt, buddy. Thank you to Brooke Phillips.
Yeah, Brooke Phillips is a wrestling fan,
Oh, okay.
if I remember correctly. I haven't watched wrestling in like 3 months.
I'm sort of caught up. It's getting interesting.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't watch the last pay-per-view.
Brock
The last two.
fucking Lesnar
I know
and
that.
Paul fucking Heyman are back.
Is that the interesting part?
Uh,
Is that it?
hell yeah. There, I gave him a hell yeah. No, it's part of it though. Most interesting is Kevin Owens going nuts on everybody.
I know that.
And in NXT, Samoa Joe is going nuts. Anyway, they're obviously hyping up some cool shit for SummerSlam. And actually, I think so Battleground is going to be next month. I think like towards the end of July, middle of July. And it actually looks like it's going to be fun.
Kevin, what's your favorite type of candy?
Starburst, probably. I like fruity candy. I like fruity candies.
Uh-oh, we don't start talking about wrestling now. Is the wrestling interesting or the soap opera scenes interesting? Currently, a little bit of both.
When it's good, both.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gaming Dolphin.
WWE is for Iggy fans. What does that mean?
I don't know.
WWE or UFC? I would much rather watch WWE, but like I have a respect for what UFC fighters do. But
Yeah.
I don't, watching UFC to me is kind of boring. But that's just that's just me though. I'd much rather watch Monday Night Raw or something than watch a UFC fight. It's cool though because they kind of nowadays they kind of cross over because like fucking Brock Lesnar was a legitimate UFC champion. And then he's like, hey, I'm going to do WWE. Well, he was, I guess, WWE first, and then he went to UFC. CM Punk apparently is supposed to be doing UFC stuff, but I don't know. And a lot of them, they both, like, train in things like judo and, what do they call it? Like submission wrestling, like grappling and all these things. Except UFC, they're just like straight up beating the shit out of each other.
I remember Bully Beatdown.
Do you like anime or Breaking Bad? Is that what this is?
I've never seen Breaking Bad,
Oh.
and most anime is garbage.
So you prefer Breaking Bad over anime?
Hey, my boy Nick. You're stone cold Casey Click.
Oh, what's up?
Thanks, bruh.
Waffles over pancakes all day.
Yeah, I agree. Wild-eyed wanderer. What's up, guy? Wrestling is faggot garbage for trash fucks. This guy's mad. He was mad earlier too when I said he was mad when I said that Duke Nukem was a shitty game. He was like, "Yeah, it's a shitty game. I'm just talking about running it on DOS." I was like, "Well, I'm not talking about that, so I don't know." How long have you guys known each other? About 3 hours?
I don't know. The idea of finding out who's the best fighter is appealing to me, like in real life, and that's sort of, I guess, the appeal of UFC. but
I don't like watching real fights.
I know that's the thing. Like
when
UFC
you see
is
someone,
cool.
the people that are
concept
really
is
good are
I'm not mad, little buddy. Okay, good.
The people who are really
1600.
good are interesting to watch. Like when you just see just how dominant they are and how much better they are than everyone else.
I like watching Ronda Rousey put somebody in an arm bar after like 36 seconds. Like,
Yeah,
it's awesome.
she's just good.
That's the kind of stuff I like to see. Like, I know a lot of people. Like, I've always been a fan of like the technical wrestling, and same with like UFC stuff. Like, for example, Ronda Rousey, like she puts them in a submission hold, rather than they fucking hug each other for a while and like throw a couple punches and then like kick each other in the legs, and then finally somebody wins.
Yeah,
Like, I'd love to see people put somebody away with a submission in a minute. You know?
it's probably the best way to go by it. I don't know. I think hugging should be like illegal in boxing. I don't know why they let them do that.
That's also why I don't like boxing at all, because they just, I don't know, they just punch each other in the head and then eventually somebody falls down.
Well, yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's just as arbitrary as any other sport.
That's why I like wrestling. Is because, I mean, yeah, it's not really a competition at all. It's entertainment. But they're gonna entertain you if they're good.
Well, yeah.
They might throw somebody through a table.
Wrestling is not a sport though. Like,
I agree.
it's
We're not getting to
the
that.
purpose of a sport is different.
No, he's right.
Than
It's
the
not a
purpose
sport.
of wrestling.
It's
It's
sports entertainment.
One of the purpose of sports is just the athletic competition, just to see who's the best.
Yeah.
And that, to me, that's one of the things that makes it interesting. That's just a completely different
Which I
arena.
would rather watch football in that case.
Right.
You know.
No, I think
Or-
I personally
or
think
baseball.
football is the best sport. Baseball sucks.
Or soccer.
I like
Baseball does
soccer.
not suck.
Yeah.
Baseball's awesome, dude. I don't know
Baseball
what you're talking about.
is so boring.
It's boring to watch on TV, but like live it's pretty fun. The same thing, like I don't like watching football on TV, but I'll go to a game and I enjoy that.
See, I like going to baseball games. Watching it
anything
is
is good in person.
I don't know.
I watch anything in person.
I don't know. I'd rather watch football on TV because you can see it better.
Yeah.
But baseball, I'd rather go and watch it.
Baseball
I
is
don't know,
it's
it depends on the sport.
impossible to watch on TV.
Basketball, I'd rather be there.
Yeah.
And like I hate basketball.
Probably
but I
in-
love going to basketball games.
In almost any
I don't
case,
wanna watch it
I'd
on TV,
probably
though.
rather see it live.
Soccer, I would rather watch it on TV. Football, I'd rather watch it on TV.
God damn it. Are we gonna have this conversation
What about video games as a sport?
about what makes a sport a sport?
Can we not?
No, we won't go.
We're
We
never
won't go
gonna
in there.
agree.
I don't think video games are a sport.
I don't.
I feel like it's a sub-sport.
But
Yeah,
I don't think that there's a definition of. I don't think there's a coherent definition of what a sport is.
video games is a. See, and I used to think there was, and you know this because we've had this argument. But
I think
the more I think about it, there really is no definite definition.
I think what a sport is what we've all, as a society, agreed is a sport.
Is a sport, exactly.
And that's the only definition.
Because when you think about it, like, yeah, like video games can be competitive, and they have tournaments where there is hundreds of thousands of dollars on the line to win or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's competitive, but do those guys? I mean, they practice obviously, but are they in like physical shape? No.
But for some
I don't know,
games,
it's weird.
like
It's all
I've read
different.
that StarCraft players, most of them actually like work out and keep themselves in physical condition because it actually helps them get better at the game.
Actions per minute.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Fucking shit is crazy.
But it's interesting. And then there's some like League of Legends and MOBAs and shit like that, like team sports, even like Halo. You know, they're almost indistinguishable from sports except they're on computers. Like, they're in the arena, they got the big screen. It's just all the action takes place on the screen.
In a digital world. It's like a separate world. Like it's like chess. Like that shit's competitive as fuck.
Yeah.
And those people practice for years. Like, would I call it a sport? No.
Yeah, and
but would I have like an insane amount of respect or, you know, credit to someone who is the best chess player in the world? Hell yeah, because they worked really hard to get there, just in a different way, you know.
That's interesting about chess too. Maybe just because it's been around forever. But chess players, like a chess grandmaster, is usually like, maybe not, at least worldwide, maybe not that much in this country, but they're treated with respect. Like they're revered as like, you know, really important and really cool.
I learned,
but not so much with like poker players or esports players.
I learned that in chess,
you can put it in that bag if you want.
The white side always has a statistical advantage.
Yep.
Because white always goes first.
Yep.
Never knew that until recently.
Why does white always go first?
Just part of the rules of like
rule of
competitive chess. Yeah.
It should be like a coin toss or some shit.
But the way that
Do
tournaments work is you switch sides
to determine. Yeah, you switch sides.
Like in chess tournaments, you play like, I think you play 12 games, like just to thoroughly decide.
Yeah, to balance. Yeah.
Yeah, just to balance out like, just to make sure you know who won.
Yeah.
So like actual chess,
that's like,
a chess match can take like a month.
Somebody was talking about like trading card game tournaments, like Magic the Gathering or Hearthstone. You play at least best of 3, because if not, I think Magic the Gathering, I think they play best of 5, like first to 3 wins.
Yeah.
When you get up to the higher level of, okay, here you're at Worlds now, you know what I mean? Because with card games there's a luck factor involved. So
yeah,
I know they do it with Hearthstone tournaments where it's best 2 out of 3, and I think Magic the Gathering is best 2 out of 3, and then I think when you get up to the higher level, it starts to be best 3 out of 5.
That's probably how it is with chess too.
Which it makes sense. Same with the Nintendo, when they do their officially sanctioned Pokemon tournaments. Those are always best 2 out of 3. Because there is a... Okay, Magic is usually 2 out of 3.
As it should be.
Which I would assume
especially
is why
when
they do that with chess.
When luck is
it's like,
involved.
Best
but I
of.
think one of the main reasons they do is because white has an advantage. So you need to give each player an opportunity to be white. And also, at least at the highest level, like, it'll be years before, you know, the top players will play another top player or whatever.
Yeah.
So when it does happen, they want to make sure it's conclusive. Like, I think the strategy for black is usually to draw the game. Unless you're, like, just better than the other player, then you can win. But I got like really into chess like a couple years ago, and I was like studying it and shit. I never got good at it, but I was like reading a lot about it. I don't see why Yu-Gi-Oh wouldn't still be a thing. I used to play a lot of Magic the Gathering too.
Yeah, they have new.
See, that game, I feel like it depends so much on your deck. Like, You could just if you just buy all the best cards, you just have such a huge advantage over everybody.
They have a new like console version coming out where it's going to be like free to play, and then you
Yeah,
kind of earn
one.
like Hearthstone, like you kind of earn boosters with like in-game currency, or you can like buy a bunch with real money.
There's one that was
cool,
on
though.
sale on Steam for the summer sale.
We are not other YouTubers. However, I stream on Twitch from time to time, but it's very rare nowadays. I really want Bray Wyatt to win. I want Bray Wyatt to win everything.
Bray Wyatt should be the fucking champion.
Bray Wyatt should be the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Bray Wyatt should own the company.
Yeah, for real.
Fuck Vince McMahon.
Well, I wonder what's gonna happen when he like finally gets old, too old to actually do anything with the
How
company.
old is he now?
Then Shane O'Mac
He's
will
in
be
his
the
70s.
well, actually Stephanie will probably run at that point.
Shane O'Mac ain't around, man.
He does something in the background, I think.
I guess.
It's like the head of the
Probably
financial something.
It'll be Stephanie and Triple H, I'm sure. What's crazy is that that's like the story thing, you know, but that's really probably how
It's
it'll
kinda-
end up being.
Yeah.
Like whenever Vince either passes
Triple H
away
is
or
who does, like,
is like
NXT, right?
87 years old.
I wonder if Triple H
Um,
has seen wrestling. Is it wrestling?
I've always wanted to. Triple H has a lot to do with the NXT stuff. At least he used to. I don't know how much he does now. I mean, I think he still does, but
My,
He's doing a good
my
job of
Steam
it.
name is the same as my YouTube name, the one janitor.
get a beer.
Maybe we can't remember. Well, can you get me one? Thank you. I'm still on your seat, too.
Yeah, pretty much all trading card games are expensive if you want to keep up, because you have to keep buying cards and until you like get the perfect deck. And a lot of the good cards are rare, and they keep coming out with new expansions with new cards. And so you may want to try the new cards, and maybe some of the new cards are better than the old cards. So it's just a never-ending money sink.
This yellowtail?
I always tried to run a mono black deck, and it didn't work that well. I feel like mono decks weren't that good in Magic. Did you ever feel a rift between being nerdy and black, like and dear white people are dope? I've never seen either of those, but I don't know that I ever really identified as nerdy. I mean, I can be nerdy about stuff for sure, but I don't really think about myself that way. I'm just me, just like stuff. Some stuff that I like is stereotypically nerdy, I guess. Like chess and comic books and shit. But then there are other things I like that are not really considered nerdy by the mainstream, like sports and like parties and shit like that, you know? So I don't know. I'm playing with my Rubik's Cube. It's pretty easy to learn how to play. Really, how you play Magic is once you learn the basic steps of each phase of the game, at that point you just do what the cards say. Just read the card and then do what they say. So it's pretty easy to learn. And then you just have to learn. It's pretty easy to learn the rules, but it's it gets difficult learning the proper strategy. And I never was very good at it. It always seemed like being aggressive was the way to win in that game. And I always wanted to play like cautious and like wait for moments and shit. But I would always get my ass kicked by people who were just like constantly throwing shit at me. When in doubt. I guess that stands for read the fucking card. Yeah. The game does get complicated because there are a lot of unforeseen combinations and circumstances that good players or just players have found out, and you have to sort of decide if that's what they meant if that's what the card meant. And that's why they try to use very standardized language on the cards, but every now and then you see like, oh, so if I add this card to this card, that means I have infinite mana. Cool. It's like, maybe that's not what they were intending to happen, but that's what happened if you read the card. I like Markiplier. I like CSGO, but I'm like pretty terrible at it. I'm like actually really terrible. Do I think IQ determines success in life? No, not at all. I definitely said waffles, not pancakes. I remember playing Hearthstone, which is much simpler than Magic, but it seems to me to be inspired by Magic. But it's like a kid's version of Magic. But it's really easy to win in Hearthstone against inexperienced players. Like, Hearthstone is all about control. Like, control decks will win in Hearthstone, like, all the time. Like, you can't really aggro in Hearthstone and win. My hair has been growing for about 6 years. I don't know how much longer we're going to stream. Probably for just another 30 minutes or maybe an hour. We'll see how they feel. I don't really play first-person shooters, but I'd probably pick COD over Battlefield. But that's not saying much because I don't really like first-person shooters, and COD is terrible for the most part. So I can solve the cube maybe. I'm trying to get real good at solving the cube. I want to do it fast. I can solve it, but I just don't do it that fast. But I want to get fast with it. Oops. That's alright. Yeah, I could see how it sounds like that. Uh, my favorite rapper is Andre 3000, and I hope he makes something. Yeah, Hearthstone has too much creature discretion. Yeah, that makes sense. But, I mean, it's a different game, so it's a different strat. But if you just make a control deck, and like, I don't know, control is just a big part of the game. It's not even that you made a control deck, it's just like, that's just the game, is control. Really. What's my favorite game? My favorite video game? Everyone asks, did you look it up? When I say I know how to solve a Rubik's Cube, they're like, oh, but did you look it up? And I'm like, unless you are a super genius, there's no way you can figure out how to solve a Rubik's Cube on your own. That's bullshit. Everybody looked it up. There's no way you can figure it out. It's just way too complicated. Unless you're like a math genius or a fucking savant or something like that, there's no way. I don't believe it. Anyone who says that they figured out how to solve the entire Rubik's Cube on their own without looking it up, I don't believe them. I think it's this way. Almost fucked it up. See, the way it works is like, you gotta learn all the moves and the algorithms. And like, sometimes you don't use the algorithms that much, so you like forget them because you don't have the muscle memory anymore. See? I used to be a real big fan of Nas. The thing about Nas is when he's good, he's like amazing, but he's usually not. I think Big Lebowski is a good movie. I think the Marshall Mathers LP is probably one of my top 5 favorite rap albums of all time. But I don't think any of Eminem's other albums are even anywhere near as good as that. I don't even think most of them are good. Slim Shady LP is decent. Eminem Show's decent. Relapse, I actually like Relapse. A lot of people don't like Relapse, but Relapse is probably my second favorite one, actually. And then all the other ones are terrible. GTA 5 is clearly better. My birthday was a month ago. Alright, see you, Draftsman. I like some of the Jordan shoes, but they are way too expensive and I will never buy them. Ever. Most of them are pretty like dumb looking, but there are a couple of designs that I like a lot. Yeah, Infinite is good, but I don't know. As an album, it's like it's it's like his first album, so it's like unpolished or whatever. But his it sounds a whole lot like Illmatic, and you can almost every rap album, almost every underground rap album in between like 1994 and 1996 sounds just like Illmatic. Like they just sort of everyone was biting him at that time. Now obviously he did more with wordplay and rhyme schemes than Nas did, but the sound was clearly bitten overall, which is fine. I mean, I'm not saying he like plagiarized them, but I'm just saying you can tell that it was derivative and that he was heavily inspired by it, and he had to wait before he got into his own style, his own sound. You'll send me a pair? Okay. Well, as soon as I get my P.O. box, you can send me some J's. I haven't really been keeping up with the World Cup, but go USA, I guess. Casey's birthday was what, yesterday or a couple of days ago? That's why we're hanging out, because he had to work on his birthday, so we're hanging out tonight for his birthday. Slim Shady LP had mostly good songs, but it was just hobbled together. It was just thrown together. As an album, it wasn't that cohesive to me. But most of the songs in there are pretty good. I don't think any of them were like amazing, but they're all pretty good. You can unplug either of those.
Here, I can. Isn't there a power strip?
Alright, I'll probably get to the I'll accept your requests later. Yeah, I never got the P.O. box.
Yeah, I better
You come
be.
in so quietly.
You can fucking kiss my ass, human centipede.
Chris is taking a nap, apparently.
Did you just take that picture?
When I first got here, yeah. I think that was on my first beer. You can fucking kiss my ass, human centipede.
I got all the info to get the P.O. box set up, but then something came up and I needed to spend the money on something else.
When was Wild Eye Wanderer's birthday? Mine was 2 days ago. That's why we're here right now.
Chance the Rapper is pretty good.
Gambino. They know. I don't know how. I've just hopped on the Childish Gambino train. And I'm the dude that like fucking loves rap music.
He's pretty good. I think he's gotten better and better over time too. Like when he first started, I felt like all his songs sounded the same. But now now he's good.
I think my favorite rap song is still Fourth Chamber. I think I posted that today or last night. Something.
No clue what that is.
Liquid Swords. Off the album Liquid Swords.
Have you made me listen to it?
Yeah, you have it on your iPod. Actually.
Oh my god, is that the depressing
It's
one?
a Jizza song. No, it's not Immortal Technique. You want to see my girl? I ain't that dumb. You want to see my girl? Check Maxim. I think that's like my favorite song. As of right now. My favorite Gambino song.
I also think he's a better actor than rapper, but he's still a pretty good rapper.
It's even kill.
Are you leaving, Dolphin? See us.
Alan knows the Jizza. That is one of like 6 RZA verses in the world that are undisputed. How do you say it? Undisputably. Is that a word?
Say it again? What?
Indisputably.
Yeah. Because you know how you always talk about fucking give me shit about RZA being a shitty rapper or whatever.
Yeah, because he is.
But but you can't listen to that song, Fourth Chamber, and say that about RZA. Because he's actually on his shit. I mean, I think he's on his shit in every song he's in, but that's just me. I think it's Jizza, RZA, Killah Priest, and Ghostface in that song.
Fucking RZA.
Dude, RZA's so good. Bye, Nathaniel.
See ya, Nathaniel. He only has the one stand-up special, right?
Donald Glover?
Yeah.
I think so.
That one was alright. I don't think it was like amazing.
The first half kind of sucked. The last half was great.
Oh, we got an Australian in the house. What time is it there? It's like daytime, isn't it?
Probably like 8 in the morning or
Yeah.
something.
I don't even know.
Oh, I'd love to meet RZA.
Dude, I
he's
would-
probably cool.
I would hang out with RZA. It's
I
like-
watched a couple of interviews with him when he made that movie.
Man with the Iron Fist?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he seemed pretty cool.
You guys look like Avril Lavigne, Shia LaBeouf, and Kobe Kingston. Avril Lavigne, really?
Isn't RZA offbeat a lot? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, all right, Kevin. You got somebody that backed you up there.
Because he is though.
And I mean, I agree.
It's an observation. It's not even an
but
opinion.
I've just never heard anybody else really say that until now. And I see why you say that, because yeah, I guess he is, but I've always just thought of that as like his style.
I feel like that defeats the purpose. Like, I feel like, I guess I'm just not into that style.
But in Fourth Chamber, he's on beat. And then there's one song, I can't remember what it's called, with him and it's just him and Ghostface, where he's exactly on beat.
There's a song from the video game Wu-Tang Shaolin Style with RZA on it, and I like his verse. Actually, I think it might be just him.
I don't know. I fucking love RZA so much. Love him so much I could cry right now.
And then his voice is really weird to me.
Yeah.
His voice is a little
Bobby
bit
Digital. No, I love his
grating.
voice. I don't know.
Sounds like he's got something in his throat. Like he's like got food in his mouth or
Bobby
something.
Digital. The B, the O, the B, the B, the Y, the D, the I, the G, the I, the T, the A, the L, the B, the O, the B, the B, the Y, the D, the I, the G, the I, the T, the A, L, digital, digital. Yeah, that's what he sounds like. Protons, electrons always cause explosions.
But I'm not overall.
Bobby Digital.
I'm not a big fan of Wu-Tang in general. I like certain
What?
ones.
Yeah, you're nuts, man.
I don't know, if you're gonna rap, like that's the point of there being a beat. Like, I feel like
Look, it's artistic expression. Okay?
I'm gonna spit out my wine.
no, it's like you're just doing it wrong.
No. It's
It's like
artistic license.
It's like if
Is that
you're
what they
making a
call- what do they
movie and yeah, but it's bad.
No, it's not bad.
It's
See,
like
what
if-
you think is bad, I think is innovative and different and unique.
Art and beauty
It's
is
unique,
subjective.
but it's
so
bad.
Exactly. Art is subjective.
I don't deny that it's unique. It's just bad.
Mm.
It's like if someone made a movie and there's like, okay, for this movie, there's gonna be no video,
Well, that's why I like.
and that's the movie. It's
Lars
like, yeah,
von-
that's
Lars
different,
von Trier
but it's
movies.
stupid.
If you could have sex with one historical figure, who would it be?
Mm.
How
Jesus Christ.
What counts as historical?
Can I say that?
You can say
Is
whatever
the
you want.
NSA gonna bother me?
Most art sucks.
Is not tuning a guitar considered a style?
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Art's objective, man.
Yeah, I know, but it's bad.
What is like
No,
the
some
music
of it-
genre that's like
It's subjective.
noise? It's called something.
It's subjective to a certain point.
No, to all points, at all points, it's all subjective.
No, not really.
Dude, unspoken word.
Like
Dude,
three chords.
Cynic dubstep knows.
There are three.
It's
Like
the
when you make a
unspoken
chord on a
word.
piano, you push three keys that we all agree sound good together. It's objectively
Not all of us.
pleasing. Yeah,
Not all of us.
yeah, we do.
No, not all of us.
Everybody does.
Mm-mm.
That's the point.
Not all of us. I agree with you. It's all subjective.
We're gonna answer the historical sex
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
I can't-
Mine is Jesus Christ. I would have sex with Jesus.
I can't
Right.
answer that. I don't. I don't know.
I don't know. The
Or-
first,
I don't know. Y'all go ahead.
I just got
George Washington, maybe.
JF Kennedy, and that's the only thing I can think of.
That's a good one.
Can I say Marilyn Monroe? Is she a historical figure?
Ugh.
Dude,
Why
Marilyn Monroe was fine as shit.
Well, can I say Natalie
Can I
Portman?
say Marlon Brando?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What
Maybe
counts
they
as
have to be-
historical?
maybe they have to be dead.
Do they have to be dead?
I think they have to
I
be
guess
dead.
they have to be dead, or else they're not
And I'm gonna
historical.
Who's something Newton? Paul Newton? Is that his name?
Paul Newman?
Newman. It's Newman.
Paul Heyman?
Paul. He's not dead. Paul Newman.
I feel like you were here while Cynic was here. He keeps asking who you are.
Wow, who was here?
Cynic.
I'm
Some
Carter.
girl we found on the...
And also, I
Road.
feel like you've been in a stream before where he's been here.
Oh, my hair changes a lot. You're gonna stick with Jesus?
I don't know. I'm still thinking. Hold on. Historical figure. Anne Frank.
That was a child.
Yeah, I was just like, you went from Jesus to Anne Frank. I don't know
Hold
what's
on, I
worse.
can't-
Hey, they were both Jews.
You have to
Oh
pick
God.
Jesus.
Amelia Earhart.
There you go.
But like, what's the basis of that?
I don't know, I'm
Just like
thinking
trying to
of
think
people.
of any female that is historical.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of people that were dead.
Can you think of
Or,
one
like,
that you find
disappeared.
attractive?
Casey Anthony.
Jesus.
She's still alive. By Nightwing. By Dick Grayson. Yeah, Helen Keller. Questionable choice.
She didn't really grow up at any point.
No, she didn't. She died at like 13.
Yeah, she died. She died real young. I was just trying to think of like women that had tragic endings or Marie Antoinette. I'll go with that
Fucking Annie Oakley, that's who I picked. She was a beast.
one. Annie Oakley. Yeah, that's good. Oh, somebody said Marie Antoinette. Right, I do.
You are picking people that you no clue what they really look like.
That's why this question is not.
Anne Frank.
This is why I go
can't
for
believe I
like
said
actors
this.
or something like Marlon Brando. I know that he was hot at one point.
But like.
But would you have to have
what
sex with
counts
them
is-
when they
Okay.
died? Like at the age that they died?
I need
Well,
that
no.
cake.
Or
Oh my
when
God.
you like when they're in their prime?
This is the
I
best
would
topic.
I would assume it'd be in their prime,
Okay.
or at least any. I don't know. I guess you get to pick.
I'd eat that cake. Whoever originally asked this question is the greatest. I'm having too much fun.
This is not a debate about Rizzo.
Oh, shut up.
I don't think any of us is really into anime.
Kathy Bates. Is she dead?
No, she's not dead.
Cowboy Bebop is the best anime, but most of the other ones are bad.
I think I'm still going to stick with Anne Frank, though.
Okay, so you really need to change that answer. Just everything is alerting. You're a
like
pedophile
if
right now.
you know she had gotten older. or
Just stick with
whatever.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know. Anne Frank. She seemed really nice, you know? I don't know. I like Jews. Oh God, I'm a terrible person. There's a bug in here.
It's probably not that. It's been in here forever.
Yeah.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, like
He's
I
creepy.
feel like girls have it easier.
Do we really?
Yeah, because there's way too many historical males. To
There's
pick
like
from.
Cleopatra, Marilyn Monroe.
Cleopatra. I don't know shit about Cleopatra. Marilyn Monroe was in a bunch of shitty movies.
There's definitely way more men to choose from than women.
Is
But that's just
Yeah.
Sophia Loren still alive?
that's
Because-
just because
men are history makers.
women are
Trigger warning. Men are history makers.
it's like saying I don't know.
Uh,
Women were kind of just told to keep their mouth shut for the majority of history,
or until like 19,
and kind of still today. But
1960. Yeah. Ooh, you know what? Oh, is she still alive though? Harper Lee.
But she's still
alive?
historical. I think that still
Is
counts.
she dead?
She's
No.
still
She's
she's
still
still alive. She
she's
just
alive.
came out with a new
You know
book.
what? Harper Lee, as long as she looks like Catherine Keener in Capote. Yo, if Harper Lee looks like Catherine Keener,
I don't think
Done.
she does.
well, I'm gonna.
Google
Okay,
what Harper
so
Lee looks
I guess
like.
Catherine Keener then.
When
the actress.
was To Kill a Mockingbird came out? Like probably like 1950
Okay.
something.
No, my historical figure. Harper Lee as portrayed by
What?
Catherine Keener.
Well, she's
What about
old.
when she was young?
That's what
nope.
she looked like.
Never. Look up Catherine Keener in Capote.
We know what she looks like. We saw that movie.
Kevin hasn't seen that movie.
Sandra Bullock played her too. In Famous.
I'd rather it be the
Which
Catherine.
in
How do you
Famous was
spell
better
her
than
name?
Capote.
Catherine with a C, I believe. And then K-E-E. Yeah. As Harper Lee. Yeah, right there. Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's what I want. All right, there's my final answer. Harper Lee as portrayed by Catherine Keener.
Cool.
Julius Caesar was probably hot. Maybe. Sylvia Plath was kind of hot. What about her? We're just trying to find Casey somebody other than a 13-year-old girl.
No, that's my answer. Harper Lee as Catherine.
That's
Catherine
not an
Keener
answer.
as Harper Lee.
You always change your rules with these games.
So basically, just Catherine Keener. I'll even get a beer. I'll get a beer.
Oh, yeah.
I agree. Most historical men are ugly.
It's because they weren't conforming to today's societal standards of attractiveness. Back in their day, they probably were thought to be super hot.
Joan of Arc was hot in the end too. How do you know this? It's all like
Yeah, you know.
art
No
depictions.
one knows what she looked like.
It's like saying Anne Boleyn. You have no clue what she looks like.
Current American politician.
I
Again,
don't
that's
have
like
one.
almost all men.
And I don't even have one.
Can I pick Sarah Palin? She's pretty hot. I don't know. She's not really still a politician. She was though. That's I think that's pretty easy if I get to pick her.
You're assuming if Helen of Troy was real.
Oh, I see what you did there, Feraloides.
And you're saying Helen of Troy, like, you realize, like, back in those days, like, bigger women with, like, small breasts, like, more, like, fatter women was considered hot. So, that's what you're picking.
I have no idea what these people look like, so. Helen of Troy. Is that even a person?
That's what I said. It's assuming if she was real or not.
We can pick fictional characters, and that just opens up
Oh, fuck.
a massive world of possibilities. What's up, Louise? Hillary Clinton is looking a little rough lately. Maybe Chelsea Clinton. Or Meghan McCain, John McCain's daughter, she's kind of hot.
Bristol Palin, dude. Right there, brother. What are you talking about? Choose an animated character to have a relationship with.
Carmen
Leela.
Sandiego
Leela.
from Futurama.
Futurama. Yeah. That was the
Okay,
first thing.
that's not
that's
as
the
weird as
first
mine.
thing
So I'm
that
gonna
came
pick
to
like the Fox version of Robin Hood. Come on,
mind. Fucking freak.
The one that's
you
act-
picked a one-eyed fucking girl.
Yeah, but she's like really sweet and has a heart of gold. Who's the Palin daughter that keeps getting preggers? That would be Bristol, named after the Motor Speedway.
I picked
not
Bob
true.
from Bob's Burgers. I like his personality.
Bristol Motor Speedway Palin. That's what we call her. Yeah, see, I got a fellow Leela supporter.
I like
She's a
Leela.
sweetheart.
I like
She's
that
a heart
answer.
of gold. I fucked the shit out of Leela. Well, I would date the shit out of Leela, so.
Yeah, was the answer to date or yes?
Yeah, no, who would you have
Yeah.
a relationship with? Not just fuck.
Yeah. I'm trying to. I don't think I watched a lot of animated stuff.
I can't think of that many shows with adult female characters, adult female animated characters. I always had a crush on the nanny from Muppet Babies.
Do you even see her face? I feel like you just saw her legs.
Yeah.
But still, her voice and how sweet she was.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of other. Does Jessica Rabbit count?
Oh
I
yeah,
guess. Yeah.
but that's more of a just want to
See,
fuck.
y'all
Yeah.
have more answers in this than we do. Than girls do.
Probably not.
What
Maybe
about,
more attractive ones though.
Hmm.
Because male characters in
Mine's just, like,
animated
The
shows are
Fox
usually
version
like
of Robin
buffoons.
Hood and like Bob's Burgers, and that's the only thing I can like think of.
I don't know. Leela is the only thing that popped in my head, like, quickly. Yeah, I don't know about Jessica Rabbit. She's kind of a slut.
I'll pick
She's not a slut.
Finn from Adventure Time, but
She
as
was
a little
faithful
kid.
to Roger Rabbit the whole
That's true.
time.
That is true.
She's not a bad girl. She's just drawn that way.
Oh, wait a minute. I forgot there's. Oh.
Wonder Woman.
I forgot there's like Justice League cartoons.
ooh, Batman.
Is Barbara Gordon ever?
Batman would be terrible to date.
Is Barbara Gordon in any of the cartoons? I'm sure she is.
As Batgirl.
Batgirl, yeah.
Batgirl's definitely in the.
Yeah, alright. Well, see, I want to date I want to date Babs as Oracle though, after she's already been paralyzed.
What is wrong with you?
She's in Batman Beyond, I think, but she's old.
So Barbara Gordon, that's my second answer.
And I guess video games count as animated.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely in the video games.
Yo, she cute as hell in the Arkham games. I mean, she's in a wheelchair, but I can look past that, baby. She's smart as hell. For real though, Barbara Gordon. Yeah, Barbara Gordon is in the animated series from the 90s as Batgirl, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
She was never Oracle.
That's
in
what I
that.
thought.
I think that like no.
Okay, Barbara Gordon then.
Never mind.
Although Harley Quinn is my favorite Batman character. Nope. As soon as I said that, fucking popped up. Harley Quinn is my favorite Batman character, but if we're talking about dating, I gotta go for Barbara. Old Babs.
She is Xavier Cortez.
because Harley Quinn would probably kill you.
Can I go Gambit from the 90s X-Men?
Barrett says in the animated series both as Batgirl and Oracle.
That never
I remember
happened.
Batgirl.
Possibly. I
In
don't
the
know.
animated
I don't.
series,
I don't think I've seen every single episode, but
Yeah, later on.
I don't remember it.
I don't think I've seen every single episode of the Batman animated series either. I've seen a lot of them, but
Cortana has no personality.
dude, yeah, fuck Cortana.
I guess she's hot, but
Well, that's X-Men.
Yeah.
How's the Batman?
well, she said Gambit, and that's what made me
Yes.
think.
Gambit.
How's the Batman animated series theme song go? Wait, hold on.
I don't know. It's all orchestrated.
Hold on.
It's
Hang
hard.
on, I have to like not hear y'all.
I'm not gonna remember it.
I keep hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm from Alabama.
Yeah, from Alabama. Not Georgia. Not
But
Georgia.
Georgia. Just kidding, Georgia's alright.
Link is also arguably a child. I think he might.
Damn, if we count in video games,
I think
somebody's
he might
in Mad
be
Moxie.
like 17.
I mean, I'm thinking cartoons. If we're thinking video games, though, then number one's Bayonetta, baby.
If we're doing video games, we'll pick Lulu from Final Fantasy X.
Oh, he's so gay.
Looks like the hottest video game character of all time. She's all. She's
So
I have an answer for the video
said-
games one, but I don't think any of y'all know it.
no,
Yeah.
Batman. That's the wrong
60s.
show. Wrong season.
I picked Tyler from The Last Express then.
it's not even a real game.
It is a real game.
You
It's a computer game.
made it up.
It's not. Look it up.
Nope.
It's a very
Oh,
hot
just,
voice
just
and a very
saw the
good
Auburn hat.
facial picture.
Birmingham, Alabama. Bye-bye. It's still real to me, damn it.
When I first saw that video a long time ago, I was like, "Wow, this guy's a fucking nerd." But now I like feel him. I like agree with him now.
I have no clue what you're talking about. What are y'all talking about?
Where this guy's crying because he said that wrestling is still real to him.
Yeah.
Still real to me. Damn it.
Where are you at, Matt Happy? In Georgia?
Pac-Man, cool.
Ellie from The Last of Us. I'm in my teens. It's okay.
Okay.
She is a great character. Although don't spoil anything about The Last of Us because I have that shit and I haven't beaten it yet. That game is fucking awesome though, and she is a really good character. I will say that.
I just watched a playthrough of the last half of Metal Gear Solid 2. And Fortune's pretty hot.
Metal Gear Solid 2 is the best Metal Gear Solid.
I think you're literally the only person that thinks that.
I'm not.
I mean, it's
funny.
good.
We'll talk about this when we get to the bar. But I had some things to say about True Detective and Metal Gear Solid 2.
That
I don't know
goes
anything
together?
about.
It's
True
it's the
Detective,
old
so-
bait and switch.
I don't know anything about. So
I'll
I don't
tell
get
Kevin
it.
about it because he doesn't watch True Detective.
I am subbed to Black Nerd Comedy. It's a good channel. That guy's been all over the place lately. He's been like hosting like conventions and panels and shit. He was at E3. He did commentary for part of the Nintendo World Championships.
Athens, Georgia.
I gotta pee.
Isn't that where Athens is where University of Georgia is, isn't it? I could be wrong, but dude, I love Metal Gear Solid 2, and everybody is like, it's alright.
I was
Like, that shit is so good.
Everybody hates that too.
How much do drinks cost at the bar in the States?
Depends on the bar.
Yeah, where we go, what is it for a beer? Like,
Depends on the beer.
yeah.
Cheapest beer probably like
Well, you can get a
$2.25.
you can get a 16-ounce tall boy of Coors for $3.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought
two
it
to
was like
two
less
to
than
$4. Yeah. Oh, Wild Eye Wonder is paying $4 or $5 for a beer. That's a little too much.
that. What beer are you drinking?
Yeah. I don't know what beer you're drinking, but that's some hot. Some
What did y'all want to do?
Whatever.
yeah, this is my last beer. Greetings from Sweden. Wild Eye Wonder is paying too much for beer.
Where is she from?
What beer?
She's, I think Georgia. She said.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on what beer you're getting. Depends
Yeah,
on
I
where
guess
you
if
go.
you're getting like a fancy beer or something. Favorite NWA member?
Well, it depends on where you go. I mean, not all bars are dive bars.
That's what we're saying.
What's y'all's favorite NWA member?
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. What do
Yeah,
you-
I think it's pretty easily Ice Cube.
I mean, it's gotta be Ice Cube.
Flavor Flav.
Cool.
Any one of the nice Cube and Flavor Flav. And there was another one, isn't there? That's not
Dead of My Life.
NWA, is it?
Yeah, no.
No,
No,
I
it's
think
not.
it's a Public Enemy. Maybe.
Yeah.
Public Enemy. Yeah.
Yeah, Ice Cube.
Rum and Coke. No. Well, like what are well whiskey, or like well liquor,
It's
like well whiskey and drink. That was like
$4.
$4.
$4,
Right?
yeah. At the plaza, at least. Other
Yeah,
places it'll be more.
Did you finish that book?
No.
In Newfoundland, it's $15 for a 6-pack. That's Canadian dollars, though, right? So that's like,
$15 of what though?
yeah, is that Canadian dollars? Because that's a different.
If it's $4 or $5 for a mixed drink, then that's like decent. I mean, that's fine.
It's Dr. Dre, NWO.
Yeah, but
Did I say NWO?
And,
see, here's the
NWA.
thing.
Now pick him.
Who was the fourth member of NWA?
there was more than 4, wasn't there?
There was 5, I believe. It was Eazy-E, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre.
No, I take it back.
MC
Easy
Ren.
MC Ren. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
And there was
And then
another one,
I
right?
think there was one more. I don't remember.
I can't remember his name.
I don't really like
Y'all
Dr.
should have
Dre,
named
though.
people. Okay, I pick Easy then.
Dr. J as a rapper is like awful, but
Yes,
as
I
a
agree.
producer, he's amazing,
Yes, I agree.
and still is.
I like MC Ren in like NWA songs, but I mean, I don't know what the fuck else has he done.
But as a rapper, I think Ice Cube is by far, like, not even close, by far the best out of all of them. Eazy-E was like a terrible rapper, but he made a whole bunch of entertaining songs.
Yeah,
I'm sort of conflicted about Eazy-E.
he had good
I pick
lyrics
Eazy-E.
too.
Because it's, I think outside of NWA, it's the only person I listen to out of all of them. Who was the fourth one?
Yella.
Yeah,
They just said,
Yella,
yeah.
DJ Yella. I knew it was. I was thinking like,
I know, it was like it's something. It's like just a few letters.
I wanted to say like Lubba or I knew it was like had that kind of sound to it. I can't remember. Rolling in my 6'4".
Cruising down the street in my 6'5".
They like to talk about 6'4s a lot.
Yeah, I'm not really sure either.
It's a car
Some kind of car.
Okay, thank you, guys.
from the year
Eazy
1964.
had a good voice though. That Probably my least favorite part about Eazy-E.
He sounded like a child.
Yeah. So
I liked his
I liked
voice.
his lyrics. I just hated his voice.
I liked his voice.
Ice Cube.
I liked how it kind of sounded like he had to like strain to be loud because he did have a tiny little voice.
I mean, he was like
Tiny little voice.
19 when they were out. They were all like 19, 20 years old.
You know who I love? Ice-T. And Body Count. Yo,
Ice-T.
let me see them Body Count fans up in here.
Ice-T is Public Enemy, right?
So what is a 6'4"?
No.
No.
No,
Don't even.
it's not.
No.
Are you sure?
Ice-T
Yeah.
was
I mean-
his own thing.
Public Enemy is Flavor Flav and Chuck D.
Yeah. And then Ice-T was a part of
He was a part
Body
of something.
Count.
Body Count.
And then he went back to being just
He did the
Ice-T, and then he started being
the
in.
police thing, didn't he? Was that not him?
Yeah, Cop Killer.
He did Cop Killer.
Yeah,
it's
that was
too
Body
different.
Count.
It's too different.
Who's that? Don Creech? Don
That was
Creech,
that was Body
$10.
Count. Yeah.
Thanks, dude. Have a couple decent brews on my dime. Appreciate it. I will. I guess I gotta get a decent brew and not the shitty stuff that I usually get. No, Ice-T was better as an actor. I wasn't really a fan of any of his music.
Yeah, Body Count is like still a thing. Yeah, like got to see Body Count last summer. Like it's still a thing that exists.
He wasn't Tank Girl. He's one of those like weird like kangaroo mutant thingies.
I like how they're spelling T out. It's just the letter T, guys. Come on. Come on.
Ice Cube, Ice-T, those names.
Cop Killer.
Like, you know, if you
Better
like
than
sit and think
me.
about it, like his name is Ice Cube. The hell?
Cop Killer.
That's-
Kevin, did you ever watch Tank Girl? Do you remember that? It's
if
like
I
more of your
did, it was
time.
like 15 years ago.
It was a long time ago. The only reason why I know is because my sister, who's like, she's a little bit older than me.
Didn't it have Demi Moore in it? Or am I thinking
Moore?
of a different one?
She is, oh my god. Hang on. Kevin will know it. I don't know. Kevin Casey. Because the main girl was, did you ever watch A League of Their Own? She was in that.
I can't remember.
I can't tell you her name, but it's like, the,
What was the movie? What am I thinking of with Demi Moore?
Demi Moore?
Is that not her name?
That, yeah, that's G.I. Jane.
G.I. Jane, that's what I'm thinking of.
No, Tank Girl is a comic book thing.
No, I know what it is. I just got it confused. I got the names or the people confused. Lord Petty, Naomi Watts,
Naomi
Ice-T.
Watts. Yeah, that's it.
You ready?
Yes.
We'll go outside.
Rolling to the street and rolling to the club.
Bye, stream.
Yeah,
It's Lori Petty. Is that what?
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Riff Raff is the greatest rapper alive.
I never heard Riff Raff until we were over at Patrick's the other day, and I loved it.
Riff Raff is hilarious. I want to meet him. Alright, so we're about to go, guys. I would like to say thank you to everyone that came to my stream today. Thanks to Electric Lomain and Don Creech for donating. Definitely appreciate that. If you want to follow me on social media, you can do that. Those links are in the description. I think Casey and Carter have Instagram. You can follow them on that. Carter's is AL Carter 15, I think. AL Carter 15. And Casey is Can't remember what his is. Hold on. Oh yeah, Casey's is Vulcan_Raven666. So, holla at us. Yeah, neither Carter or Casey have a YouTube channel. Casey streams on Twitch sometimes. And maybe he's been talking about getting a YouTube channel, but I don't know if he's going to do that for real. I'm going to try to stream. I don't know. I don't want to spread myself too thin with the streams. I stream on Twitch a lot more often than I stream on YouTube, so if you actually want to see me stream and you don't mind watching me play a video game, then just follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/the1janitor. But as far as YouTube goes, I'm probably only gonna stream 1 to 2 times a month. So just be on the lookout for that. I'll try to get better at announcing them beforehand, so you'll know when they happen, or having a schedule, but we'll see. Anyway, bye-bye.